Hi there, today we are going to talk about the Pokemon's AR issue and AR Ingress issues. Alright, we are going to start right now. What is Pokemon GO? Pokemon GO is a mobile augmented reality game released in 2016 by Niantic. It allows players to find, catch, and battle Pokemons overlaid into the weird worlds using the GPS and camera technology. The creature appears real-world and near-real-world landmarks, parks, sidewalks based on the location you're in. What is the Pokemon portals? Pokemon are invisible data anchors in the game that determines where things happen. Where Pokemon appears, the battle takes place, and wherein items can be found. They are not visible to players directly, but through the framework behind the AR's content. What is PokéStop? A PokéStop is a public map point tailored to the real-world location like in a Marul Park, signs, and statue. Players can spin these in receiving game items. They act as interaction points but based on entirely on the static real-world coordinations. Now, Ingress. Ingress is a Niantic earlier location-based game released before Pokemon GO. In Ingress, players were submitted portals based on the interesting public objects. These players created portals became a basis for PokéStops and gyms in Pokemon GO, which is how they got used to it and they wanted to partner and join it. There is one to a few issues and bad reasons about Ingress. In Pokemon GO, Ingress was not always placed responsibility. Players submitting locations on private property, gated access areas, unsafe buildings, and when Niantic receives these in Pokemon GO, they didn't recheck them that led to Pokemon being appearing restricted or endangered zones. The real use of PokéStops means to mark safe places on the players to gather and explore. They should be invisible access from the sidewalks, parks, and not somewhere in private restricted areas, even rooftops. You know, they will never do rooftops in that way. I don't think they even allowed that, or even behind fences. The terms of the PokéStop was a little strict, but they do actually broke and ignore the rules. Niantic issued Ingress portals without applying modern AR filters or privacy boundaries. They did not ask if it was safe or legal to use in locations. As a result, they broke and implied public access rules. When the broken rules and the broken policies turns out, players ended up in chasing the Pokemon into a private house, apartment complex, police station lots, cemeteries, and gated communities, which is kind of the reason why they didn't want to do that in the first time. And things like that, you can get homeowners reporting strangers in their yards, some field lawsuits or class action settlement, even the forced Niantic to allow property owners to request portal removal. Well, if Pokemon spawn inside restricted military bases, government facilities, and police parking lots, police departments has to issue that in a public warning to keep players away. For that, they need to report to the Pokemon GO to remove a request portal. Although AI detection does exist, but they could have used Google and Street View sign detection or AI block to spawn in non-walkable areas. They don't really do that, but I think maybe it wasn't just the time yet. And they did rush. The game was rushed for a global launch. The Niantic was forced in a scale popularity and was not legal placement safety. The AR tech was not ready to detect no trespassing signs or private roads that engage in real time. Sometimes, if they do want to place it for a joke or silliness, the users will want to do that because they think it's a great prank or silly portals or whatever. They think that they want to get them caught. They did submit portals for ridiculous places in the backyard sets, rooftops, and even in Area 51. Niantic did not stop them from there, so those became a problem spawn zone. In this C++ and C# from Unity, the example of the aggravated radar, or reality, whatever it was, augmented reality, the location logic is both C++ and C Sharp. They did actually use some of it, but that's what you can use in mine. Although Ingress made in the world interactive, but it wasn't meant for the mass AR Pokemon GO to be sued without fixing the flaws. It was time to use AI, well, it's time to, and design detections in Google Street Views logic to make the AI game smarter, safer, and more respectful for real boundaries and other worlds' policies. So that explains all about AR Pokemon GO and the portals that they make. Unfortunately, if you thought that the portals were made randomly or by something, that makes sense. I would think that too. But it was actually confirmed by the portals in Ingress from users placing it. But, I mean, that makes sense as well, because they sometimes are evil and like to place things and portals into stupid areas that's not really allowed for anyone to go access to. Even in no access, that's the dumbest idea they ever did. Anyways, that's all in today's video. I hope you liked it. If you liked the video, then yeah, like the video. And if you dislike the video, that would be because it would be that you never liked Ingress. So let's make a little challenge. If you like the video, that means you like Pokemon GO. If you dislike the video, that means you hate the Ingress and the issues about the portals or etc. So, like the video if you like Pokemon, or dislike the video if you hate the Ingress issue. Alright, that's all for today's challenge, and I will see you soon. Alright, goodbye.